Rimera finally released the Last Mabelcorn music video, and in this video I'll be analyzing everything scene by scene, and to not waste any time, let's just get right into it. Scene 1 starts with Teddy frolicking joyously in the field for some reason. This is not lore important at all. I just think this is really funny. What is this guy doing? Anyway, it then cuts to Teddy looking through a pair of binoculars at Mount Sunrise. Then Teddy picks up his phone and starts talking to someone on the phone. Mid-sentence, it cuts to a board with a sticky note in the middle. In the middle of the board, the sticky note says, "Mission: blow up Sunrise Mountain." The person Teddy was calling is named Gustav de Boston. Gustav has a Bushwa shirt on with necklaces and, dear God, like, the worst attempt at Liberty spikes I've probably ever seen. Anyways, Gustav continues talking to Teddy, then he gets on his bike and bikes away, and that's it for the scene. Scene 3 is where it gets real, because Gustav meets with this guy called Den's Hideout, I think. I don't know if that's accurate because it doesn't sound like an actual name. Listen, it says it at the beginning of the video in the credits, but I don't know, man. I can only assume it's him, but Den's Hideout does not sound like a real name. For the rest of the video, I'm just going to refer to him as Den, and I'm going to refer to Gustav de Boston as Gustav, and Teddy, obviously, as Teddy. But in the scene, Gustav starts talking to Den about buying some dynamite, just for them to start arguing. "Look here, you pink twink, the price is up and the money's down. Price of the bomb went up and we both know this." Come on, I'm just the middleman. How could I have known a thing? I worked all week, all 7 days of the week, and 2 that don't even exist yet, and you're telling me this isn't enough? Now, cycle back to your boss before I shoot the messenger. And my boss is gonna shoot you a real nice message when I tell him about this. Matter of fact, let's have your boss recruit someone new. Den picks up the gun and points at Gustav. Then the screen goes black. In scene 4, Gustav is shown extremely bloody all over. He's slowly walking with his bike, but eventually throws it to the side. He starts limping on his leg. Gustav then falls to the ground. Scene 5 isn't much. Teddy is calling someone, assumingly Gustav, and it shows a bunch of different posters. At the end, he tapes up a new poster. This poster is of a guy with blue face paint. There's so much happening in this music video compared to past music videos, so I know a lot of this is probably confusing. The whole premise is that Gustav buys dynamite, but then gets shot in the... Wait. It doesn't actually show where he gets shot. I mean, the gun was pointed at his head, but in the next scene he's limping. That makes no sense. He's limping on his leg. So there's no way with what we saw in the video he got shot in the head. He definitely got shot in the leg. I think while the screen went black, more went on. Think about it. Gustav's entire body, head to toe, was bloody. That doesn't happen from a shot in the lower body. There was no injury in the upper body, so what actually happened? When the screen went black, Gustav grabbed the gun, shot Den, and in the middle of it, got shots fired at his leg. We don't see Den after this, and if he wasn't able to get the dynamite because of the price, how would he eventually blow up Mount Sunrise? This isn't just a theory, ladies and gentlemen. This is the truth. In scene 5, it shows the same gun in the shooting in Teddy's office, so I assume Teddy took the gun away from Den, maybe to hide evidence, showing that Den is probably dead and that Gustav and Teddy got away with it. Along with that, Rimera replied to a tweet talking about this. My favorite part was when he got shot and it's ringing in my ear. And then Rimera replied, "Now did he or did he not get shot?" This shows that Rimera is inciting that he maybe was not shot, and I believe that's the case. Now let's skip forward to that last scene. Teddy replaces an old photo of Gustav with a man in blue, with sunglasses, heavily dressed. There are 2 meanings to this. Meaning 1, this is Gustav. This is Gustav under disguise in order to stay out of trouble for the murder of Den's Hideout. After all, the color is different on his face, but he has sunglasses on to hide his eyes, something he can't change, and has a hoodie on not to show his hair. 2. This is a motto for one of Rimera's recent projects, Catch Me If You Can. Think about it. Really think about it. In Rimera's universe, as far as we know, Catch Me If You Can has no other meaning, and it falls under the project that is Teddy's headphones. Teddy is playing the songs found in these projects in his headphones. This is kind of like a soundtrack for him. Catch Me If You Can is symbolizing the chase that Gustav is now on. Gustav is on the run from the cops for the murder of Den's Hideout. Man, I mean, like, Saying Den's hideout so many times has me thinking, doesn't that sound familiar? That's right. Den's Hideout is a song released in 2023 under the Bluebird Project. This shows that everything Rimera has presented so far can be used very well as evidence in this storyline. In the song, the chorus talks about coming over the Den's house for answers. The song also mentions September Soon Come, being also a song from the album. The Bluebird Project features a very heavy space and UFO theme, which is different to what we see in Bourgeois. But I believe everything we saw in the Bluebird Project and even up to now is connected to Rimera's secret storyline that is just now being put together. Thank you guys, I'm Rimera Theory, and see you guys in the next one.